Welcome to the Macho Show. I'm fucking really tired, so I'm sorry. I'm already so.
Oh yeah!
and-
Decided to use my own voice instead of a sound bite, so got my Cavassier right here. Oh
My
yeah.
internet's already been really choppy.
Yeah, so modern
I already
Medusa.
drank full of beer.
Yeah, it's not Cavassier. I mean, I'm not that gifted. It's Moscato, but yeah, you know. But we do apologize. Apparently, Medusa sent me the link, and I never got it. Stupid Google. Google's trying to keep the man down. Oh, wait. The man is trying to keep us down.
Being super lazy.
No, I was waiting for it. I was like, and you know, I figured you had sent me the link already. That's why I specifically said, you know, I'll join as soon as I get the link. So, but yes, we are in celebration today because the Indiegogo campaign is a success. We have raised $1,000 to do the Lovely Ladies calendar. And we still have 2 days left on the campaign. So if you want to get one of these calendars, which is going to happen, I mean, that's always a concern when doing these kind of campaigns. It's like, well, what if it doesn't become successful? Then I donate my money to something that doesn't happen. Well, it's going to happen. You know, we are now required to actually do it. So you want to get a calendar, now's the time to get it done. Actually do it. So you want to get a calendar. Yeah, Medusa's still having some problems with her internet. So please donate to her PayPal, Patreon, whatever the hell she has, so she can get better internet access. Because I guess the company that gives her internet has said to her, well, if you want better internet, you have to pay more money, which I think is bullshit. Honestly, but you know, that's just the scam they want to pull on her. So I'll do a little bit of the talking until her internet catches back up. ISP, that was what I was thinking of. So yes, we have reached our $1,000 for our campaign. Now, we're still hoping that we can get up to $500 or even $2,500. I know that's still a bit of a stretch, but I think $1,500 would be great, because then we're going to do a meetup in November. And the meetup in November will be in North Carolina, where Modern Medusa lives. So anyone who's on the East Coast can come and join us. It's going to be on November 2nd. And we're going to try to get me to come out there. And that's probably our biggest expense of all. Because, you know, I was just looking at plane tickets today, and they want at least $300 round trip. And, of course, I'm doing it in advance, but I don't imagine it getting much cheaper than that. Hell, all of these cheap Priceline type websites, it's like I go to Priceline, they offer the cheapest, but then I go to Cheap Flights and they're offering $500. So I'm like, ooh, yeah, you really have a cheap rate, don't you? But we want us to be together so we can do something. We can raise money for a good cause, which would be the Movember Foundation. And as much as we want to be together, the focus should be on the Movember Foundation, which of course raises awareness and this testicular cancer. I can't speak right now. Must be all of the energy drink. testicular cancer, there we go, prostate cancer, suicide prevention awareness, as well as men's mental health. And these are 4 things that largely go ignored in our society. You know, when we talk about cancer, we either talk about cancer in general or we talk about breast cancer. And I'm not saying that breast cancer is not serious, but men and women die about equal rates when it comes to breast and prostate cancer. The thing of it is, and a lot of the argument that feminists will give is, well, only old men get prostate cancer. So we should have less sympathy for older men who get it because, well, they're already old. They've already lived their lives. But, oh, well, I guess we only got about 10 minutes before this goes down. But hopefully she comes back in. But we only, so yeah, only old men get it. But, you know, girls at a young age can still get breast cancer. That's why we should put more focus on breast cancer. And okay, it's an argument, but it's a foolish one because, you know, the thing of it is that there is no early detection system for prostate cancer. And if there is, we could probably prevent prostate cancer from forming or, you know, get good treatment before it becomes too invasive. And that's why I think putting some money into prostate cancer is so important. But of course, we also have testicular cancer, which is something women can't get because, well, they don't have testicles. And then we also have the suicide rate, which, you know, pretty much across the world. I mean, there's very few places where women are committing suicide at a higher rate than men, but pretty much around the world, men commit suicide at a much higher rate than women. I think Russia is like 6-1. Here in the United States, I believe it's a 4-1 ratio. So it's high, but not as high as some other places. And, you know, everyone, feminists especially, have their theories. Well, they just can't deal with, you know, the change of gender roles. And that's not it. Hell, if men didn't have to work and women did all of the work, we'd love that. I think it's because we're constantly told that we're not men. We're not allowed to do what we want. That we must kowtow to the feminist doctrine and basically just shut up and do as we're told. And we can't find enjoyment in that. But of course, that goes against the narrative because, well, it's toxic masculinity. That's why we do it. And to a degree, I actually agree with that about toxic masculinity, but not the way feminists use it. You know, I read Paul Elam's book. Well, I actually formatted the book, but I read it at the same time. And, you know, Paul Elam talks about toxic masculinity. And what he talks about is the men that give everything to women, like the alpha males who do everything they can to sleep with women, who will defend a woman's honor at all costs, even at the detriment of himself. You know, and that's just toxic right there, saying that men have no value unless it is a part of women. And that if you excuse yourself from women, then you are the problem. That, to me, is the definition of toxic masculinity. Matt G makes a very good point that he says that, you know, it's a mixed message where women seem to like masculinity, then at the same time denounce it. And that's a very good point. You know, all of these feminists out there is like, oh, we don't want toxic masculinity. So then men become feminists. Well, hey, if you don't like this, I will become the thing that you like. And I will be a supporter of you. Oh, but I'm still not getting laid. Wait a minute. Why are you dating that loser over there that personifies everything you hate about men? That doesn't make any sense. I thought you wanted a sensitive guy who shows his emotions, not some jackass who will leave you the first moment he can for something young and prettier. And you know he'll do that. So, it's a long time ago I learned, and this is before all of this ever really became a thing. It's like, women say they want a nice guy. It doesn't mean they want a nice guy. There's a difference between what they say and what they want. Yeah, Mother Medusa's not here right now. Or maybe she is. So this is going to close out on us. So I do apologize. Please donate to, the links down below. Because, I want to see Modern Medusa get a better internet service so we can start doing shows like this. Because otherwise, we might have to stop doing shows like this. Unfortunately. I mean, she got into a new area, but at the same time, so, find her art, buy some art, donate to her so she can get some internet. Oh, she's asking if she should try to join. Hold on 1 second. It's still going.
You've got mail.
Yeah, you'll note that I have a thing that says you got mail. That's not AOL. That's just some thing about the Brave browser. It has that feature, and I just thought it would be funny. Yeah, dog. I'm not a dog. I'm a cat, fool. Cat. So, anyways, yeah, please help out Modern Medusa. Because, I mean, this is one of the highlights of our week. Mine especially, because I just don't have that much outside of this. This is my one chance to really get to socialize. So please help out Modern Medusa. Let's get her a better internet connection. We now gotten the lovely ladies going. And unfortunately, we can only use that money for the calendar. We couldn't use it for anything else. And we don't want to be like Anita Sarkeesian or what's that other one? She was in the news. Quinn? Something Quinn. Oh, God. I hate when I can't remember names. It's just right there. I'm sure someone in the chat will be like, oh, this is who it is. But, they misappropriate their funds. And now it's to the point where Anita Sarkeesian's run out of money because she hasn't done anything relevant. So we're very centered on whatever money we get for our campaign is used for the campaign. Zoe Quinn, thank you, your boy Pat. Oh, I couldn't remember the name Zoe. So, but twice. We have been successful twice, and we're going to do these calendars twice. And that is a far improvement over some of these others who have done these campaigns and not produced anything. When the lovely ladies says they're going to do something, we keep that promise. So hopefully Modern Medusa will be joining us back in just a moment. Oh, there she is. Well, she's here. I don't know if we can hear her or not. I don't know if it's her internet or maybe she has her microphone off. So, but this is a great time right now because we were scared that the lovely ladies calendar was kind of a one-off. And we could accept if it was like it was just a novel thing, something different. And that was one of the reasons why we set it to $1,000 because, well, there's a lot more overhead that's involved in doing this kind of an operation. And was not something that we really knew when we did it back in 2017. And we tried to find out everything we needed to know, but there really wasn't any sort of resource out there to tell us what to expect. And thankfully, we had gotten a lot of money the first time around.
Got mail.
But I think I'm going to turn that off. I apologize. But we didn't know. Now this time we do know, and we've got to set the price a little bit higher. And I think that kind of was a detriment to a degree, because it's like the first year we got $3,000 overall, $2,000 by the end of the campaign. Now we're only at $1,000, but it's not really the size of the bounty. It's just having the bounty itself. We get another opportunity to bring truth to the world. Reminds me of my earlier days in truth. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but alrighty. Vanessa, you there? Blink if you can hear me.
I'm fucking done with. I just want to end the fucking shit. Absolutely ridiculous. I hate my fucking internet. There's no reason I should be paying $3 shit. It's ridiculous. I keep fucking.
So, like I said, let's try to help Modern Medusa here, because this show is a big part of our lives. Doing the activism is a big part of our lives, and Modern Medusa was forced to move here. She didn't really have a choice, because the place that she was living at, neighbors complained, was a bitch. And they're like, okay, you have to leave now. And she found this place, but the internet sucks. Let's just honestly, if there's anything you can give to her, please do. Because, we need people out there like Modern Medusa. I mean, I'm a dime a dozen, honestly. I mean, I'm not trying to denigrate myself. I think I'm important to the movement as well. But, in this world today, people listen to what a woman say, and Modern Medusa, she's the real deal. So let's do what we can to help her out. Let's try to improve her internet connection to some degree. I mean, I don't know if it's just like updating her ISP so she can get more throughput, or if she needs to get some sort of, I don't know. I really don't know. But, I remember one of the things that someone had said about Modern Medusa is that she seems like the real deal. That she doesn't seem like some phony who's trying to get money out of the movement. Because, I mean, if that was the case, she was doing a very bad job. She's doing this because she really believes in what she's doing. So, yeah, the fact that she's gorgeous is just a bonus. I don't know. I like to think that, when women have something worth fighting for, they do take care of themselves. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stretching right now, but I think her beauty is just a part of who she is. I think it's like she focuses so much on doing what's right all the time that, that her beauty is a reflection of who she is on the inside. I don't know. So she got kicked off again. We're going to probably, I'm going to stay on as long as I can for right now. But once again, help us. And another way you can help us is to help us get to $1,500. Because if we can do that, then we can do the meetup. Actually, our big goal is like $4,000, and that doesn't seem likely to happen. But if it does, then we can like go to ICMI, and we, you know, I honestly feel like, you know, with what we did with the 2018 calendar, we should have been asked to be a part of ICMI. And I was a little surprised that we weren't. And that's my opinion. Maybe there was a good reason why we weren't invited or even told about it until months later. But it's like, you know, we've done something that no one else has ever done. You know, we pushed the message of men forward in a unique way. And that's got to count for something. And maybe we didn't have a worldwide impact, but we did have media attention. We did have, you know, people buying our calendars to support men's issues, to support charity. So, but again, that's just my opinion, and it doesn't really matter if we're at ICMI. That doesn't stop us from doing what we're doing, but we would like to be there. And maybe in 2020, things will be different. Maybe now that we have a track record, it'll make much more of a big deal of saying, hey, these people have done something great. We should celebrate that. I remember the Barcroft thing, and she did fairly well. I know she was actually really nervous with it, but I think Barcroft really tried to make her look like an airhead, in all honesty. I mean, like when they asked her that question and then she seemed to go silent, like she was trying to think, and it just, Barcroft could have cut that part out, in all honesty. They had to know that she was trying to think and that she was nervous. She had never done anything like that before. So I think that Barcroft was trying to do a disservice to her. But still, we got media attention, so. MGTOW Warrior. That sounds like an interesting name. Yes, Brad Young says, never trust the media to tell the whole truth. And that is very, very true. I mean, you especially watch like Australian news TV, and they like cut out large sections of the interview that makes someone look good just so they can make someone look bad. I mean, as much as we criticize American media, I think Australian has it the worst. MGTOW is all right by me. That should be a song. MGTOW is all right by me. MGTOW is all right by me. Instead of Jesus, it's MGTOW. All right.